This is Ozzy. He's our 3.5-year-old Herman's tortoise. You know what? He's a bit of a hero of mine. He's so good at being a tortoise. Aren't you, mate? Welcome to week 37. Unreal, man. Well, I'd like to go in third light. Let's see if this one works. Ah! Schoolboy error. So check this out. I was just about to do a turbo session with my Maverick heliums, and that is supposed to go in there, and it's not. It's pulled straight out. I'm not impressed by that at all. I wasn't going to get off the bus here. I always need to get off the bus at the harbour side, but I've got all these bags with me today. But look at the view. Can I have a decaf? What do I want? Decaf.
Decaf latte americano.
Hang on, wait. Small one, flat white, please.
Decaf flat
yeah,
white.
Yeah, thank you.
Like this size.
Perfect.
Any sugar?
No, thank you. Great stuff. Thanks, Steve. Have a good one. See you. I've had a fun week. I haven't done a huge amount of bike riding, which is why my hours are a bit low. I only did one little short turbo session earlier today. But I did unknowingly run 4 times. I did a long run on Monday, and I'd already gone out and done a little kind of 20-30 minute run on Sunday or Saturday over the weekend. And I happened upon a really cool run session that Coln McCourt was doing. I'll write the session out in the description below. With my knee injury that I've had now for nearly a year, this torn meniscus thing that's been holding me up pretty much for the whole year, the biggest problem, the thing I've least enjoyed, is the fact that feeling of running fast, that enjoyable feeling of just flowing and running really quickly. And I've really missed that. It's kind of the thing that we all enjoy. Swimming that first kind of 50, 100 metres that when you get in the pool and just everything kind of flows by, and that feeling of the air and the road whipping past on the bike is so enjoyable. And I've really missed that over the last year of being able to run in the first place, but being able to actually run fast. But my knee won't take it, and this run session is just 20 times 30 seconds effort with 30 seconds recovery after it. And when I saw Coln McCourt post this on Instagram, I thought this could be a good session for me, because my Garmin didn't have time to catch the pace, so I wasn't worried about how fast I was running, and I was just focusing on running properly, and I actually felt like I did some good efforts. So if you haven't ever really done any intervals or efforts before, or you're coming back from injury and you can't really sustain any good speed at the moment, then maybe this is a really good session for you. Highly recommend it. I will write it out in the description below. Something else that's really cool that happened this week, aside from actually being able to get out and run 4 times, a guy who I mentioned in one of my videos a couple of weeks ago called Matt the Grand has actually just posted earlier today, literally like within an hour ago, a video of him talking about his favourite 5 top triathlon YouTube channels. My channel being on there was a real privilege. I would really recommend looking at his channel. He has really good high production values in terms of the video stuff that I really aspire to being able to do. It's not just about triathlon, it's also about trying to make these videos be part of my creative output as well. He makes great videos about all sorts of things, reviews. He's a brilliant runner, super quick runner who I'd love to be able to even get close to. And I'll link to that video up here. And also he's just posted another video about a really good session which I will work up to, about finding your optimum 5K time, a bit of which you can see here. But do check that video out. It's something I'm going to try and do, say, March, April time, just to really see where I'm at with my training, and hopefully my running will keep improving. My knees felt really bad over the last couple of days with the amount of miles that I put into it. But hey, you know, there's not much I can really do about it. I can only do what my body will allow me to do at the moment. So I'm kind of stuck with it, but I am enjoying it. That's the most important thing. So what was Ozzy's part in this whole video? Well, I was having to think like a couple of weeks ago, actually, when I ended up making a video about why we choose to do things. I actually started to think about why I do things initially, not just generically why people do things in general, but more myself. I come from a family who have done loads of different things in their lives. I come from a family who have been professional ballet dancers. They've been in the armed forces. My dad was a butcher, a policeman. He worked with record labels, you name it. And my brother, who's 5 years older than me, does a job that I can't even tell you what he does. I'm not allowed to tell you what it is he does, but take it from me, it's not a normal job. And I kind of think that somewhere in my mind there's this kind of fear of normality, a desire to have a life less ordinary, which I'm fine with. I have no problem with that. I really enjoyed all the things that I've done over the years. I've been a kitchen fitter, I've been a carpenter, I've been a coast guard, I've worked in shops, I've worked in pubs, I've done all sorts of kind of jobs, and obviously I then was lucky enough to kind of get a fairly successful music career, and I now teach at university and I do triathlon, and I do all these kind of things where people, when you meet them and they say, oh, what do you do? And you say, oh, I'm a musician, or I'm a university lecturer and I do triathlon, and all these kind of things. And the reaction that you normally get from those people is, wow, you know, that's kind of unusual, that's kind of weird. And I guess that's probably one of the reasons why I do those things. But here's the thing, here's the honesty of the whole thing. I'm not really that good at any of them. And I'm totally okay with this. I've realised that I, over the years, choose to do unusual things despite the fact that I'm pretty average at them. I had one season in 2015 when I was getting pretty good, and I guess that's probably one of my drives to try and get back to that level. Is it's one of the only things that I've ever done where I suddenly thought, actually, I am okay at this. I'm a little bit above average. Everything else that I've pretty much done in my life has been above average. Don't get me wrong, this isn't me kind of looking for people to say, oh dude, you know, you're an amazing drummer. Yeah, to be an average professional musician, you have to be really, really good. I know that. But I am just that. I'm an average musician that works really hard, and I practice really hard, and I still keep my head above water with it. So I'm not saying this for some kind of sob story. I don't have an issue with being average at what I do. I purposefully pick unusual things to be average at to enable me to avoid this kind of fear of normal life. I guess maybe one day I might find that thing that I'm really good at, but it may be something relatively straightforward in life, and I guess perhaps I'll never find out. That I might be a really good engineer. Maybe I'm amazing at making carbon fibre products. Who knows, maybe if I'd really studied I could be an IT wizard. My brothers-in-law are incredible at coding and stuff, and I don't get it. It's totally beyond me. It's not something I've ever really got my head around, and I'm really jealous of their ability to be great at that stuff. I guess it's just that case of always trying to look and find what you're really good at. So that brings me back to the tortoise. He only does one thing. He's a tortoise, and he's really good at that. Really good at that. He does all the tortoise things amazing. He sleeps, he hibernates, he eats, buries himself. He just does all those moving really slowly things really well. I'm really jealous of Ozzy's ability to do one thing really well. I've pretty much been an average jack of all trades, even though those trades have been slightly unusual. Anyway, I don't really know what it is I've been trying to say with this video, really. Been trying to work it out in my head over the last couple of days what it is this means to me. I'm not really sure that it really means anything other than the fact that I'm really happy by doing really unusual things at an average level. I think that's okay. I don't know about what you think. I'm totally cool with that. I know that I have been slightly above average with triathlon. That's probably why it's become a bit of an obsession with me. We'll see how we get on over the next few weeks that I've got left, really, between now, what are we, week 37? I've got until week 52. I don't know what I've got left in me now. I'm definitely not going to stop doing these videos after week 52. I'm just going to have to change the name of them. I'm going to carry on doing them because I've really enjoyed doing these. I reckon I make pretty average YouTube videos. There you go. That's what happens. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the notifications bell, because it does make a difference to me to know there are people out there interacting with me. I've been having loads more conversations with people over the last couple of weeks. It's been really enjoyable. Have a good week. See you in week 38. See what happens then. Take it easy.